Good evening, good morning, good afternoon, wherever you are in the world. This is Harry from Hasper TV. And so I've got two guests with me, TJ, back again.
Well, gone, people.
Yeah.
What are you saying?
Yeah.
I'm alive. Hello. I look pretty today as well, innit? The sun's beaming.
And Ellie, you're finally back on the channel after,
I'll say it
a long time.
Gully Speras.
That means hello in Greek. So Spurs finally have a manager. So yeah, we actually have stuff to talk about now. So first of all, I'll go TJ because I know you've got to go in a bit. First thoughts about Postetoglu.
Postetoglu. Impostetoglu. Now, you know what, yeah? Let me the kangaroo. The kangaroo. Let me be totally real, yeah? You know what? Weirdly, I was against it at the start, but I'm kind of buying into his style, and I'm doing a lot of research on him, you know, and I'm interested to see what he's gonna come and do, you know, because like, let's be honest with you, a 4-year contract means he's here to stay for a long term. And that's what I wanted. I told you, I don't care who the manager is. I want them to sit on that chair for 4 or 5 years. I did say this on previous streams. Yeah, and now we've got a manager. Maybe it's not the manager that everybody wants, or maybe it's not the quality of manager that everybody wants, but it's a manager that has won things firstly. And for me, I just want to see us play attacking football. I don't want to see this 3-back no more. Look, yeah, cool. Our defense needs rebuilding. We need a big wipeout. But let's see. I'm excited. Weirdly, I am excited, to be totally honest with you.
Because I remember when we were on stream before, we wanted, was it Slot? Or...
No, I didn't want Slot. I didn't even want Slot. I wanted Pochettino.
You Poch come back, didn't you?
Yeah, man. I wanted Poch.
I was in Slot, yeah.
Yeah. I wanted Poch, man.
Yeah, he really wanted Poch. So Ellie, just Postetoglu, first thoughts on him. Just apart from the fact he's Greek, because obviously that was a positive that I thought.
Yeah, I made a joke, right, on Irish Hotspur. Right, I'll give them a plug. Right, on their WhatsApp, I said they gave 2 names to the junior, and he phoned the wrong PO. He phoned Postetoglu, and he goes, "I'm just putting you through to Mr. Levy, sir." And he goes, "Hello, who's this?" Postetoglu. Oh right. I'm going to give you the job. I don't want to give it a Poch. I want to give it to you. And he goes, "Yeah, mate. I'll be down tomorrow." Do you know what? Sometimes, right, you get luck when the right time with the right manager. And I think this manager, I think we've got him at the right time of his career, because he's 57, right? By the time his contract finishes, he's going to be 61. That's pretty old. That's 1 year older than me, right? But I think he's got a lot to offer, because the style of his football, and I've been watching him in his training sessions, and he's fabulous. He's a brilliant coach. He knows how to play football. The only thing I would criticise him on, I like one player to slow down the game as well. You know, you don't have to be quick. You can actually put your foot on the ball and think about where you're going to pass it. You know, but I don't know whether he would like that type of player.
Because there's meant to be fast-paced football with inverted fullbacks. That's what I was reading.
Yeah, it is.
I haven't watched Celtic, so I don't really know. But I mean, my first thoughts of him was I was just relieved we had a manager because I didn't want to go on for so long. And I was, like I said, I was happy he was Greek, and I think it comes across as more like an old school manager. So I'm not like totally against him, but I'm just going to see what happens. Really,
he's old, Harry. He's old school, but he's got modern views on the game. Because this tiki-taka football, moving the ball quickly and playing in triangles and staying close to one another, you know, so that you don't have to. It's quick possession football, isn't it? To get the ball forward in transition, and it works well, because look, Celtic have won the treble. So I know some people don't rate Scottish football, but you can only beat what's in front of you.
I mean, there's a Man United fan at my work, and the first thing goes, got a Celtic manager. There's a rubbish league. We got Ten Hag. He's from Holland. It's a better league, but not so straightforward.
I don't agree because he's brought up teams with that style of football. It's like a Dutch type football, possession football, keeping the ball rolling over quickly through transition, through to the middle, from the back to the middle to the front two men. And you know, Sonny, he thrives on that, right? But whether he can do the press, that's another question. He is a hard-working player, but some people have been doubting Kane and Sonny can do the press. But they'll have to adapt, won't they?
I'm of the opinion with Son that we should play him through the middle now. I don't think he can play off the wing.
Nah, you know what? I disagree with that. I think we should play Richarlison. I think Richarlison's going to be perfect for this manager, you know. Through the middle, look, yeah, cool. He's had a poor start to his career at Tottenham. Let's be totally honest with you. But for me, I feel like playing attacking football and playing possession-based football is going to be so important for players like Richarlison. We see him play in Brazil down the middle, and it's phenomenal. You know,
that's true. Yeah.
And look, cool. Yeah, you're going to say Brazil have quality players. Now, for me, it's going to come down to these two things: the players we get out of the club. That's the first thing, and the players that buy into this actual fast-paced system. The reason why I don't think Kane is going to buy into it. Look, you already know my state on Kane. I want him to go. Yeah. I think I've said this many times. I don't have to saying it, you know. Obviously, those that are new here and don't obviously know my reasons, I'll just lay it off quickly. Cool. We're a one-man team. We rely on Kane. Firstly, when you have a star player in your side, you rely all the goals to go through Kane, which hinders other players. The only reason why I know this, my brother plays for Watford Academy. Now,
you're like one thing about this, you're not going to get trouble for this, okay?
Nah, I'm allowed to say this, innit? You know,
right.
my youngest brother plays for Watford Academy, and he's thriving. You know, I think he's going to be hopefully one of the top ballers. You know, he's not going to come Spurs. That's I can tell you straight. Daniel Levy tries to snatch him up. I'm going to tell him to reject that contract. Not because I don't like Spurs. You're throwing away your career at Spurs. Let's be totally honest here. But what I was saying about having a star player in your side, you rely too much on that one person. Yeah, Kane is one of our own. We love him. I love him. You know, I think it's going to help other players thrive. So players like Son, if Kulu stays, Richarlison, you're going to see other players play better because they're not relying on Kane. Look, we talk about Kane getting 30 goals in a season in such a shit team. Yeah. Now, question this: Son's got 2 goals. Richarlison's got 1 goal. Kulu's had like 2 goals. Our front line hasn't been working. Lucas Moura's got about 2 goals as well. Kane is the only one that has been scoring. So it's clear that we rely on Kane. My problem is we need to stop relying on Kane. And until we start playing football and not playing to one person, we won't thrive. If you look at the top teams in Europe, someone actually commented on this last video. I read the comments, you know?
Yeah.
I'm just going to name a few teams. Man City, Arsenal, I'm even going to put Arsenal in it, yeah? Arsenal, even Chelsea. I'm even going to put Chelsea, Liverpool. I'm going to even put Real Madrid. I'm going to put Bayern Munich. I'm going to even put, PSG is not really, but it's not really an all-rounded team, but these teams don't just rely on one player to score. Yeah?
That's true.
Look, yeah, cool. Haaland's been running the show and actually scoring a lot of goals. But off the right, they've been getting goals. what is it called? Gundogan's been getting goals.
Oh yeah, he's got loads of goals.
Yeah, Grealish, De Bruyne has been getting goals. You know, cool. Arsenal.
Alvarez as well.
Alvarez been getting goals. Yeah, cool. Now Arsenal. Look, Jesus has just come back from injury, right? He was getting goals. Saka was getting goals. Martinelli was getting goals. Even Trossard is getting goals.
Think about it. Team, isn't it?
Yeah. Even though the numbers in Arsenal, look, in Arsenal, the numbers are not really high, but it's split 12, 12, 15, whatever, you know?
Yeah.
But they're not relied upon one person. Obviously, Chelsea this season have been poor, but previous seasons, it's been spread around. Think about it. Liverpool this season haven't been thriving, but even now, look, Salah, Jota, when Diaz was running, they were all getting goals. Yeah. The only team that rely on one person is Tottenham. Look, don't get me wrong, I'm not a Kane hater. I think he needs to move for his career's sake, yes. But I also think he needs to move for Tottenham to get better, in my opinion. That's just my opinion. I don't think nobody can change that. Why? Because in a Postecoglou system, he's going to have to be doing a lot of running and not receiving the ball that much, you know? Can Kane do it? That's my problem. Is he that player to be in that front line and be like, okay, cool, I'll pass it to Richarlison. I'll pass it to Kulu. I'll pass it to this person. I'll pass it to that person. I'm not too sure. To be totally honest with you, I'm not too sure. Yes, we know he can assist. Don't get me wrong. He can assist. But for me, Kane has to go. Sorry, I extended this whole thing. I was meant to be short, but it kind of like went away from me. The second reason, I feel like Postecoglou is going to be getting rid of a lot of players, you know?
Yeah, I hope so.
And bringing in his style. Players like Bissouma, they're gonna improve. I think even Højbjerg's gonna improve. As much as a lot of people are saying Højbjerg hasn't been that player, I think he's gonna improve. My point is this: we are playing attacking football. I don't even know if you guys remember when we last played attacking football. Actually attacking, not counter-attacking. On the pitch, we've counter-attacked. That's not attacking. We're playing attacking football. That means all guns blazing. So I'm excited. I want to see how this goes. Yeah, the defense needs to improve. We need to get one more defender. We need to offer. I'm even considering Ndombele coming back.
Yeah, apparently he wants to come back. Yeah.
Think about it.
Now, that's one of my subjects, but you've already started talking about it.
Yeah, I'm even considering Ndombele coming back. You know, attacking football, this is what I'm trying to say. When you play an attacking style, you want these type of players in your team. Yeah, you might say work rate is rubbish, whatever, but when you're playing attacking, it's all guns blazing. And I was on this Maddison. I don't want Maddison to come. I'm even open for Maddison. Yeah. I'm even open for Maddison. You know why? Because we haven't had an attacking manager. When I say attacking, all guns blazing, possession base, I'm excited. No, honestly, I am.
It's good to see you excited. I didn't expect you to be excited.
Yeah, man, I am. And you know, the first year is going to be really difficult because we're going to be getting rid of a lot of players. It's for Daniel Levy to take his finger out of his ass and offload these players, you know? Spend money where you need to spend money. I don't want to hear nothing about this Maguire thing. Like, Maguire thing is nonsense, man. And if he does end up coming in, I hope he's coming in over Sanchez. Think about it. So Sanchez goes
about Maguire, Dyer, and Sanchez being a back three.
If Sanchez go, I hope he's the replacement. I don't mind that. You know what I'm trying to say? Yeah. If he's a bench, I don't mind it. But if he's going to replace one of our main backups, what's the point, man? We're going backwards. Do you see my point?
Yeah. I've been waiting for Eddie to talk then, because so Nippon, big up Nippon, he asked a question. I thought I'd ask Ellie this because it makes sense. Biases aside, question for Harry and Ellie. In your eyes, is Ange Greek or Aussie?
The thing is, he's a bit of both. Right, from his heritage and his parents and where he was born, he's Greek, right? Because he's got two Greek parents. and he was born in Greece. But then he went to Australia when he was quite young. So he's got dual nationality. So, you know, I think he's a bit of both, because when you grow up in a country, we know this, all of us.
I know myself, yeah.
You try to hold on to some of your culture because your parents instill it into you, and the food and everything, right? And the way you are. But then you pick up things from the culture you're living in. And look, he's got an Aussie accent.
Can I tell you something? That, not to disrespect Greek or nothing, I'm not against no Greeks.
No.
That's what I call a fake Greek.
What, Postetoglu?
Yeah, that's what I call a fake Greek.
Yeah, because he left his country, but the thing is, he didn't have a choice because his parents left the country and took him to Australia, you see?
Yeah.
Like my parents left Cyprus and came to England.
See, my parents met in England.
They instilled in us, TJ, to be Greek.
Greek, exactly.
Greek culture,
yeah.
You know?
Yeah. So that's the difference between you and... I'm not. I don't know if that's rude, innit? Greeks, you lot. I love you, man, innit? You know, but that's what I call a fake Greek. A Greek by name, innit? You know.
But you know, TJ, I've got dual nationality, so I've got British passport and I've got a Cypriot passport.
Yeah,
so do you class yourself as a fake Greek?
Not really.
No. I'm pure.
But it's not my choice. I was born here, so.
But I like things in Britain like you do. You know, we like our football, we like our pubs. You know,
yeah, that's English, isn't it?
We like eating out. You don't have to you don't go to a Greek restaurant every time you go out, do you?
No.
You go Italian, you go British, German, whatever food's available. Jamaican. I like a Jamaican patty.
Big up, Rob. The Queen Ellie is back. Don't mess with the Queen.
Yeah, Rob Belcher, I love him. He's a brilliant guy, and he's very knowledgeable about football. Yeah.
Yeah, he's always in my comments. So big up, Rob.
He's a good lad.
Big up you to yourself, man. Nice to meet you. Hopefully, see you soon.
So yeah, so obviously, we have a new manager. I mean, what players do you think we can see us signing under him, Ellie?
I reckon he'll go for Jota and Kyogo. Baharati, whatever I can't pronounce his surname. I call him Kyogo. Yeah,
I know he's talking about. Yeah,
Kyogo and Jota. I like Jota. He's only 24, and I saw his previous club. He was brilliant, right? And he's very technical. His feet are really quick, you know, and he's a very good. He's got very good vision as well, and he can finish. He scored 10 goals last season, 10 assists. And this season,
that's really good, actually.
Yeah, and then this season he scored 11 goals and 11 assists, so he's gone one better. But for a winger stroke midfield, he's an inverted winger, isn't he? That's bloody fantastic return. You think if we add that to our team, even if he gets 10 and 10 assists, that's better than most of our players did, apart from Kane. That's better than all of them.
That's true.
Do you see my point? Do you see my point? You can only list one player, Kane. That's my problem. The problem is we rely upon Kane.
I know.
When you say stats like that, and look, I love him. I don't want a fan base to think I want Kane out. I've been saying this for about 2-3 years now. You know, I'm not even gonna. When the Man City rumours, I was saying best time to sell him.
Yeah.
Best time to sell him. Sell him off. The problem is when you have a star, it's so hard to play football.
Do you remember when we had Bale, TJ? Or not?
Yeah, of course I do. I'm not that young.
Yeah. But like it was the same thing under Bale, I remember, with AVB. Like the team was basically him.
Was basically run by Bale.
Yeah.
See, that's the problem. The problem is we rely upon all these players like Kane to prove, not even prove, to get us to the fairyland story. But if you look at how we got to the Champions League final, that was without Kane.
Yeah, he got injured against Manchester City at home, didn't he?
That was without Kane.
Part of it was with Kane, but most of the
Most of it
important
with
games weren't without Kane.
Now
we beat Man City and then we beat Ajax.
And that's where players stepped up. Yeah, players stepped up. You know, people talk about the Lucas Moura goal was one of the best memories that Lucas Moura left us. Yes, I agree. But that's a player stepping up.
Yeah.
Not knowing that Kane's there. Even Llorente, he stepped up. He proved to us that, he can get goals. My point is this: the team is going to thrive better. Now, my question is, how many players do you think we need to bring in? Because now I've kind of like changed what I'm saying about buying players. Obviously, we need a goalkeeper and we need a centre back.
Yeah.
But can I be totally honest with you? You might think I'm really deluded. Yeah, right now. You might think I'm really deluded. Yeah.
Okay. We'll tell you.
Yeah. 10 goals. Yeah. Maybe bring in another striker. Cool, whatever. Yeah. But we bring in a goalkeeper, we bring in a centre back, and we bring in a striker, and that's all we need.
That's it.
Yeah, that's all we need. That's all we need. The players we have at Tottenham.
You're not far off, TJ.
The players we have at Tottenham, because we've got Adoji coming in, and I think Adoji will do well with, let's just say, Reguilon stays as a backup. Let's just say Reguilon stays as a backup. I think Adoji and Reguilon perfect for the left. Yeah. We've got Pedro Porro and Emerson Royal, perfect for the right, in my opinion. Yeah, and I don't even think Pedro Porro is going to play that much. Emerson Royal's going to play.
Yeah, I remember you championing him.
Yeah. Now the centre backs.
I prefer Porro to play as a winger, an out-and-out winger, and have Emerson behind him, and then push Kulu into the middle. Because Kulu's more technical than Porro. He can hold the ball. He's strong.
We have the foundation.
Easy.
This is my point. We have the foundation, so we don't need to go spend 5-6 players. We just spent 200 million or something like that, you know? Yeah, I know under like the defensive coaches, we need centre backs galore, you know? I just think we need to bring one more centre back in my opinion.
Just one?
Yeah. I'm dead serious.
Who are you playing as a partner then?
Romero.
Romero
on the quality.
Romero and another centre back.
And a quality centre back, yeah. And then obviously your Doji slips in, right? Yeah. Cool. The midfield, yeah. Obviously, if we miss out on Maddison, it's going to be upsetting. But the midfield stands itself. I think Basuma is going to thrive under this manager. When I say thrive, it's attacking football. You need to understand, attacking football means you are bombing up. And if you look at how Basuma was playing at, what is it called, Brighton, he thrived. He just sat and cleaned up. You have Højbjerg. Okay, obviously, Bentancur is injured right now, so ideally Maddison will be in that spot, in my opinion. And then Son, Richarlison, Kulu, or whoever, or I don't think we need that many players. Attacking, you change the whole dynamic. It's defensive that is really where you have to start buying players, in my opinion.
The only thing with Adoji, and this isn't anything against him, is there's 2 question marks I have. Number one, he was meant to be a Conte sign-in, so I don't know how he's going to feel about coming back, and I want to see him anyway. But number 2, I think I can see him playing higher up the pitch in his first season, because the transition from the Serie A to the Premier League is quite tough. I mean, we saw with Perisic, I know Perisic is old, and I think a lot of young players and I think we should have done that with Sessegnon, play higher up first of all and then transition further back. Does that make sense?
Yeah, I agree. He's used to playing a proper left wing back, isn't he? He's a proper versed left wing back. So, it depends on what the manager wants as well, whether he wants to give him a transitional position, like you said, or just keep him as a left wing back? Because we can't. You know what? I think he's strong enough to play that role. Because I've been watching him. He's a very talented player.
Very talented.
Skillful, and he's not scared to take on a player.
I've known Adoji for. I've known Adoji for about 7 years. I play FM, right? And he's always the player I get, you know. I'm not even chatting the most, man. That guy is a stat pad. He is the player I usually get on the left, you know. And I was surprised we loaned him out.
Yeah.
You know, that's the only way we signed him. They wanted him back on loan. I think so.
Yeah, I thought he would have just slipped back in. But then, see, for me, I feel like a lot of people are saying, "Oh, it's going to be a big change for Tottenham," you know, and we're going to struggle. It's going to be a big rebuild. I don't actually think it's going to be a big rebuild. I think the players are going to thrive under this manager. I know, honest to God, attacking football makes players thrive. If you look at how Arsenal have transformed and gone attacking, all their players, like even Xhaka, looks like a worldie. Partey's just in his element. Yeah, recently he's dropped off, but they are thriving under the attacking because they're not having to compromise what they know what to do. You know, when you play football, obviously, if you've played football before, you know this. You like to attack. Most players like to attack. It's in their nature. And I also think the youth are going to be a big thing for him. I want to see Dean Scarlett make his appearance at Tottenham as well, man. I have high hopes for Dean Scarlett. And honestly, this is why I'm not too fussed about Richarlison taking over Kane. Yeah, no, I'm not too fussed. Yeah, we are going to obviously lose the goals. You have to compromise one thing and analyze it in a different way. If we lose the goals, the whole front three are going to have to provide. It's going to give opportunities. You're going to realize that we are scoring more goals going forward than ever before because we're playing attacking football. We're going to be conceding quite a lot as well. Don't get me wrong. We're going to probably let in a lot of goals, but that's because we're playing attacking. That's the only thing I'm scared about when we transition to this attacking play. Can our back line handle it?
I was going to throw something at you guys. Sorry, you know about James Maddison. So I know for years, we've been watching him. Are you not scared? Don't get me wrong. This comes from someone who wants James Maddison, by the way, because me and TJ talk about him a lot. Do you think he could be a club signing? Because like we've been looking at him for years. Or do you think Posteteglu picked him out?
Do you want to go first? Yeah, you can go first.
Yeah, Ellie go first.
Yeah. I like Maddison, right? Because he can score goals and he can assist. And like TJ said, we need everybody to chip in to counteract losing Kane's goals. And the emphasis will be on attack. So I like Maddison because he embodies attacking play. His only vision is to go forward and to create. And you need those type of players. And he's quick-footed as well. And he's got his vision is so good. So I don't understand why fans wouldn't want him. You know, I just don't understand it because, first of all, he's a skillful player, right? He can get forward very quickly and he knows how to pick out a pass. And when you've got players like Sonny and Richarlison who are quick lightning, right? And they haven't had that opportunity because Kane's there. Yeah, so it's all feeding through Kane. And you can see it. It's only when Kane provides for the others that they score.
Because when we lose Kane, we'll lose creativity and goals. That's the problem. Like, it's both.
I don't think so. I don't think so. No, I disagree with that comment.
I disagree as well. I think Maddison will create a lot of goals for us from midfield. And
I also disagree that we need Maddison as well. Look, it'll be good for us to have Maddison. Don't get me wrong. I think he's going to thrive under Impostekoglu or Postacoglu or Kangaroo. I'm gonna call him Kangaroo from now on, innit? You know?
I mean, you called De Zerbi a zebra guy.
Yeah, Kangaroo. Yeah. I think he's on a 5. But my concern about I've spoke to you about this many times. My concern about Maddison, I don't think he's got the cojones. I think there's better attacking midfielders in the Prem that will do a better job. Why aren't we looking at people like Bundia? Why aren't we looking at people like look, for me personally, Bundia is the perfect signing for Tottenham. From Aston Villa. Aston Villa, yeah.
They've got another boy there called Ramsey. He's very
Ramsey, yeah.
Jacob Ramsey.
Perfect player for Tottenham.
Yeah.
You see, why are we looking at players like Bundia, Ramsey, even what's that guy at Nottingham Forest?
Gibbs White.
Gibbs White, yeah, perfect. Yeah, for me, they're classed. In my opinion, they might even be better than Maddison. And maybe I'm delusional. Maybe I'm delusional. Maybe you guys can.
I think with Buendia, he's a bit inconsistent because under Emery, he sort of come alive a little bit, but he's still not creating enough for me. But I can see Gibbs White. When we played at White Hart Lane, he was the only player in their team that stood out because I don't think they had a Womye that day. I don't think they'd actually signed him yet because I think he was the last 10 games, wasn't he?
Yeah.
Psycho scored a lot of goals for them and saved them from relegation.
Madison, for me, Madison, if he comes, I'm going to support it. But I don't think it's a crucial signing. Like I said, if we mix Madison, I'm not going to be upset like most of these fans.
He's going to go Newcastle, you know.
They're going for Sabotsalai. I was reading Sabotsalai.
Sabotsalai. What do you think of that Amrabat?
Nah, he's whack. I'm sorry. Nah.
I love he's so brutal. Like he's whack.
Yeah. Nah. Maybe. Oh yeah. By the way,
he's a more defensive midfielder anyway.
Yeah, just to let you know, if I say like, no, you're smoking something, I'm not being rude, by the way. Yeah, that's just my way of saying, nah, you've lost the plot. You hear me say, it's not nothing me being rude, innit? You know, just to let you know, innit? But nah, the Amber Black guy don't have the bonus.
I like Buendia, but I just don't think he might fit our system. Don't get me wrong.
Don't you think he's going to thrive on the?
He's got those many goals in him.
But we don't need goals.
Well, we do because we need them from all areas, don't we? If you get Gibbs White, he'll get you a goal.
What's the reason we're getting? What is the main reason we're getting Maddison for?
Creativity.
For goals and assists, because he scores goals as well.
Apparently, he has 40 goal contributions in 2 seasons. Someone put in the chat. Yeah.
He's got really good...
Pretty decent, to be totally honest with you. Yeah.
The only thing, he's a bit of a maverick. You know, he's one of those maverick players that, like, looks around and wants everybody to love him. You know what I mean?
Walks on the pitch, I can see it. I can see him seeing himself like, okay, Kane's left. I'm the new signing. This is me. Man. I can't get behind people like that, to be totally honest with you, you know. I just want pure technical players, them players that just have finesse, that will run their socks off. I remember one interview of Regalon. He ran like he ran to China and back, innit? He literally ran to China and he got man of the match. I can't remember the game.
It was against Leeds. Leeds,
yeah.
Yeah, we won 2-1 and Højbjerg scored that game. I remember that game very well because I lost my husband's credit card.
Yeah.
And you know where they took me? They took me right through the hospitality bit, which is absolutely stunning. The hospitality.
Okay.
And I saw Ledley King speaking to Darren Day, I think it was.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm telling you, if we can get some really good players at hardly any money, we can.
Yeah.
There we go.
Yeah,
There we go.
yeah.
Oh,
Well, go on, bro.
Yeah, you're right.
The big boss is here.
Yeah.
Right, peeps, how you doing?
Yeah.
We're cool.
We're good, man. We're good.
Marlon, my Tottenham brother.
Yeah, how you doing?
Yeah.
So, Marlon, your thoughts on Postacoglu? Because we haven't really spoken about it too much, mate.
Do you know what? We did a stream on Tuesday,
Yeah.
and I'll be totally honest. I was like, you know what? I don't really care about who the manager is. I've been saying it for ages.
Yeah.
It could have been anyone could have walked through the door. Because
Mm.
look, the board, if they act in the same way, it's not going to work. So they got to back this man. They can give him a 4-year deal, but 18 months from now, I bet we're all sitting there going, "You should have done this. You should have done that." Because if he has a good season next year, let's be totally honest. If he has a good season next year, half of them players that have had a good season, he'll see the value triple, and it'll be like a whole Ramos thing where he loses 2 or 3. So what does he do? What does he do next year? It's so difficult. But yeah, no, it is what it is. I watched Celtic a few times last year. The only thing that concerns me is he's very attacking, and I mean so much attacking
That he lets in a lot of goals.
Yeah, Dyer and Sanchez. If any of them are in that starting lineup on that first day of the season, then I'm done. I'm done straight away.
Yeah, I
So-
know.
Well, you know, on Twitter, did you see my
That's
tweets?
that.
Did you see my tweet, Marlon? I put something, you know, underneath the Maguire stuff. I put as a
Yeah.
joke, Maguire, Dyer, Sanchez, the dream team.
Oh my
Like,
God. Do you know what?
That was
Right? I'll be totally honest. I'm not against Maguire, and I'll tell you the reason why I'm not against Maguire. Right? It's because yes, he has weaknesses, and at Man United, those weaknesses have been exploited because of the way they try and play. Under Ange, Big Ange, that's what I'm going to call him now. I think he won't be exposed for his weaknesses, and it will be a bit like how he plays for England.
Nah, bro, you're smoking, man. I'm sorry, man. Sorry, I have to cut you out. Honestly, bro, sorry, man. No disrespect, man. No disrespect, bro. Listen,
But you're judging him. No, but you're judging him. You're judging him for Man United, and you can't do that. And this is the big thing. You can't judge him for what he's done at Man United, because if you look what he's done for Leicester, and you look what he's done for England, right? There was a reason why that Manchester City were linked with Maguire when he was at Leicester. There was a reason, right? But the price tag did put them off, and no one in their right mind would pay 80 million for Maguire, right? But as he's been, like, you know, he's got a slap head, right? So for corners, you've got someone for set pieces, right? If you've got someone running at him, he's useless. We know this. Everybody knows this. You just don't let people run at him. But if you look at the job he'd done for England, you have to sit there and go, apart from when he wasn't playing those last few months before that tournament, right? He had a few dodgy games. Not going to lie, we saw it. But he was one of the best players for England at that World Cup. You could not sit there and deny that fact. He was one of the best players for England, right? And a lot of people have wrote him off because of his Man United career. But if you look at him next to Johnny Evans, yeah, at Leicester, and a lot of Leicester fans said this when Man United were paying 80 million, it was Johnny Evans that made Maguire look better, right? But all of us, I remember when we were linked to him, all of us would have taken him at that time. But everyone is now
for me, the only positive about Maguire is his song, because, you know, he's got the best song.
But no, but I think, like, look, at the end of the day, if Maguire comes into Spurs, right now, only one defender we've got is better than him. One.
you know what? Can I pause you for a minute? I personally, I disagree with what you're saying, because I feel like the style we're going to be playing high up, and we need a person with legs. We need to be going into someone like Tomori, in my opinion.
We do.
That's
We're not
the
going to get
person.
him. We're not going to get him. This is my opinion. This is why I'm going. You're asking for players that Spurs are going to have to pay a shitload of money for, right? And they're not going to do it. So you have
Get someone like Anderson then, someone that's got legs, or someone
Anderson ain't got legs.
Guai.
You don't want to hear my name. You don't hear what my name is for the sense. I don't know if you've heard it on Tottenham Way, but
Guai.
you think I'm crazy.
Yeah.
Go on, who you putting into the list? Guai from Paris. Go on, then.
Okay, you're going to think I'm mad, but
Yeah.
I think we should bring Otamendi to Tottenham and play with.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, no. Perfect signing. You know, no, perfect signing. Thank you for saying that, bro. Listen, For me, Maguire is too slow in this back line. Yeah, I think.
Agree. No, I agree. I'm not disagreeing with none of this.
Playing 4 at the back, you think he's bad at Man United, bro? Playing Dyer because I don't think we're gonna sell Dyer.
Yeah, but you're talking about Man United that don't play the way Big Ange plays. This is what I'm saying. If Maguire came to under Conte, he'd be exposed, completely exposed. But I'm looking at it with the way Big Ange plays, and I'm looking at it going, Dyer can't do it, nor can really Sanchez, right? Romero, we all know what Romero is like. So and we have to go English, right? That's the other big problem we've got, is that we've got so many overseas players now. We're at the limit. So they've said they have to go homegrown. Now, for me, the perfect signing for us would be, was it Levi Colwill, who was at Brighton, from Chelsea, right?
Yep.
He would be the perfect signing. But Chelsea, Poch going in there, I'm looking at going, we ain't going to get him.
They're going to get him now.
No way.
Yeah, we're not doing no business with Chelsea for the next 5-10 years, you know?
Yeah, but the Chelsea thing is all different now because it's a different board. It's totally right, and the relationship between Chelsea will probably change over the next how many years, right? So, and I know there's been that thing about Tottenham and Chelsea don't do business, but it was the Willian thing that really pissed Spurs off. Yeah, that was the
the robbery.
Yeah.
Imagine seeing Dyer and Maguire in the back line, bro. Honestly, imagine seeing that, bro.
Fans will have a meltdown.
Bro, I don't go to Tottenham games. I refuse to go to Tottenham games because of how shit it's been, you know. But I swear down, if I see them two on the pitch at the same time, I might not even watch the games, bro.
You're gonna faint.
110%, bro.
Have they both played for England together? I'm pretty sure, because obviously Dyer did get called up. They played for England together.
They did for about 10 minutes.
Oh.
Is that the first game? Was that the first game in the World Cup when he came on? Dyer came on for like the last 10 minutes. Something. England conceded 2 goals. Was it that one?
Possibly.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
We don't have to go all British in the back line, do we?
The only way I can watch that shit.
We can compromise in other areas. But I wanted to get Ndika from Eintracht Frankfurt.
I did as well. Yeah.
Right, he's fantastic,
but
I think Roma are after him.
Yeah, but this is the issue.
Roma, we can snatch him from Roma.
But we can't.
We don't have the pool. We don't have the pool.
Money, man.
But Mourinho's there. Who's Ndika going to go play for? Let's be honest about the situation, right? Is he going to come to Spurs where we've got no Europe, we've just got a manager who's got no experience, right? Or do you go with Roma, who's just been Europa Conference League winners last year, got Jose Mourinho, and final of the Europa League this year? It's what are you going to do? You're not going to come to Spurs. Spurs at the moment, there's unless a player wants to come and be comfortable in London, the stadium, and the training ground, Spurs have got nothing now to offer. Nothing.
Yeah, but I don't think Roma have got European football either. I don't think they made top 4, did they?
They do. Did they make top 6?
They got Europa League. Yeah, they got Europa League.
Did they make top? They made 5th then.
Yeah, they made 5th.
Yeah,
so they've still got So they've still got the Jose factor.
Yeah.
Jose's everyone forgets how that's a big pull for Ndika, and it's probably more Jose than it is Roma.
Football as well.
All I'm saying, I'm gonna have to be high next season to watch both of them play together, man. Dyer and Maguire, man.
Maguire, bro. Maguire said he's not leaving Man United, so we're all good.
Yeah, man. You're gonna come see me on stream. I'm gonna be buzzed. I'm gonna be like, it was the best game ever. You know, Dyer and Maguire at the back. They both headed the ball together.
Ellie made a great point, though. Ellie did make a great point, right? Because she did talk about, and I mentioned the homegrown, but actually, you're right. We don't have to put all our eggs in one basket with the homegrown situation, right? But for me, next season, if we were, I want to know what formation Big Ange is playing, right?
I don't know yet, do I? Yeah.
If it's going to be a 4, you need to go sign a new right back, a new left back, and 2 centre backs.
I'm agreeing fully, and a goalkeeper as well.
So you think we need that many signings?
Yeah,
you generally think that need? For me, I think we need
3.
I think we need 3 as well.
No, 63 goals, man. 63 goals.
That's a record, isn't it, as well for us?
We've got to solidify our defence.
Yeah.
I think we need a ball-playing centre-half, not one that can't defend. Like Dyer can't defend. He never puts in tackles, does he?
No, I agree.
He's famous for it.
Yeah, completely agree.
I've got a question. Now, this is me just being optimistic. Would you be open to keeping no long legs?
Yeah, I would.
Over Maguire.
I probably would. But he again, Joe, it's quite funny.
Player, not as a first teamer.
He's
same squad player.
He's similar to Maguire on the ball and getting the tackles in. He's good, but if you get players running at him and stuff,
he's useless.
He's useless. And that's the problem we had. We had too many players. Like Ben Davis used to leave him exposed, like majority of the time, and that's the problem.
And it makes him look stupid, doesn't it?
Yeah. But going forward, Longley is actually quite decent.
His passing's quite good, isn't it?
Yeah. I think Postecoglou will like him because he can pass the ball.
Yeah, I think he'll like him as well.
Quick-footed players who can pass the ball.
Do you think he gets to decide whether Longley stays or not, Postecoglou? Because he wasn't his player.
I suppose he has to decide soon.
Yeah, because I was going to say, because surely they're going to need to do something.
Yeah.
Okay, this is a wild one, but because Carter Vickers was at Celtic.
Nah, bro, you're smoking, man. Allow it, man. Allow the talk, bro. Bro,
do you know what? It depends how desperate we get.
No, don't even start the conversation, please. Because if we get desperate like that, that means we're going backwards, bro.
But if I said to you, when Conte got sacked, Big Ange would be here, right? You would have told me, what am I smoking?
Oh, no.
You would have said, what am I smoking?
Bro, you know what, You know, it's funny that you say that, It's actually so funny because I think it was 3-4 shows ago, I was with Haz, innit? And he was like, imagine we sack Conte, we put Salini in charge. Would you put money on Mason managing next? That's just honestly, bro. It's honestly absolutely toxic at Tottenham, you know. And you know what? See, he's got a 4-year contract, you know, so it's going to be a big rebuild for him. You know, this is how I see it. The first year is going to be bumpy. I don't think we're going to be finishing top half. I think we're going to be finishing around 7th, 8th. That's not top half.
Actually, I got a question for Ellie and Haz on this, by the way, right? So obviously, you two are both season ticket holders, right?
Yeah, I'm a season ticket holder,
right? Yeah. And considering how much you lot pay for it, right? How much patience are you going to have if it doesn't start off well? Considering the price you lot are paying for this. Because it's right for us fans sitting at home, even though we're going to be sitting there on social media again.
Nuts.
If it doesn't start off well, and it's you know, we get games where we're losing 4-0, right, and at home, but we're doing okay, and everyone's going about this rebuild, how are you going to feel in 3-4 months' time if it's mixed like Nuno?
If we can see a plan, and a style of football,
that's good, bro.
And we're not getting the results that we deserve, that's different.
Thank you, man.
But if we're playing shit, really shit, and there's no continuity in the team,
there's no direction.
No direction. They're gonna. A lot of fans are gonna like up in arms.
But it could be Arteta. This is why I'm asking the question because you look at. I know Arteta won the FA Cup and probably got a bly with that, right? But if you look at Arteta's first season, let's be honest, all of us looked at it and went, they've got no direction here, right? And they did rebuild, right? And that's why they got to second this year, right? But with Spurs, are you going to give, as considering what you lot are actually paying for this, are you going to be able to give the patience and time?
Are we talking about wanting Ange out or wanting Levy out? Because I'm still Levy out. I'm not going to change.
No. But this is what I'm saying. But like, it's not. Will it turn? Because we're all asking for patience, and that's every fan has asked for. But how much patience are you going to have going to that stadium, and if it's going wrong?
So for me, I remember I'm just looking back under Poch, right? Of course, we're paying less money, but. So but
this is what I'm saying, it's totally different.
But like, under Poch, until that, I was behind him anyway. But I kind of saw what he was trying to do, let's say, and then obviously you had that Villa moment with the Kane, and that totally changed everything when Kane came on that game. I think that genuinely changed the history of like Spurs, generally that game. But like if it's like Nuno, because I was like, and I'm never really against managers like straight away or within the first few games. But after the 4th or 5th game under Nuno, I was like, "What are we doing? Like, what is this guy's plan?" I didn't know what.
I know what you're saying, but we will never know if Nuno would have worked or not because the fans had given up on Nuno after 10 games. So the same thing could happen with Ange, where it could be exactly the same, right? Where we go in, we win 2 or 3-0 one week, and then we're getting battered a couple of weeks later. Newcastle come to the lane, and we get completely taken off the park, right? Or Man, I'm not going to include Man City because we probably beat Man City, but we could be playing
somehow.
Somehow. We get a run of fixtures, right? We're going to say because say we got October and November where we always get Chelsea, United, and Liverpool.
Chelsea's going to be an interesting one.
And we completely go on a run where we don't win, right? Because Ange's football is getting outclassed by top managers, right? How are you going to feel with season ticket holders going every week, right? But
I know.
What are you going to give them the patience? Because we can't talk about it.
You're going to have to put your ticket up on Gumtree, innit?
Gumtree.
If they can see some progress, but we're still losing, but they can still see we're trying, and there's some method to our madness, and we're losing big. I think some fans, it's going to be a split fan base.
I think whatever manager we had was going to be split because it's Tottenham. Like, we're never united. I don't think we've been united.
But we're going to have to be patient as well, though. Patience is the key because, like it or not, I don't think we're going to be sacking the manager anytime soon. I'll give it 2 years, 3 years.
But but we can say that we're not paying over $1,000 for our season ticket holder.
Like Ellie, I'll ask Ellie this because she hasn't said much recently. So like, for example,
hold on, bro. Before you ask the question, I'm going to head off in it. Yeah, you lot enjoy the stream, man. Respect to you, man. Innit? Hopefully, I'll see you, man, soon. Keep yourself safe. Love you guys.
We'll get some tattoo about something anyways.
Tell him to get lost.
100%, man. 100%. All right. Yeah, 100%. All right. See you later, guys. Innit? You lot enjoy.
All right. Take care.
I was gonna say, so like how do I describe this? So obviously Arsenal under Arteta. I knew a lot of Arsenal fans who were Arteta out in like the first season,
Most of them were, weren't they?
Yeah, I don't know anyone who wasn't. But as in, do you think Levy will have the bottle? I don't know if this is the right phrase. Or if things are going badly, right, is he going to have the bottle not to sack him? I know it sounds weird because it kind of sounds like... Because obviously...
I've got a minute. I'm just going to sit there and say, I think it depends on people like you two to whether Levy's going to sack him or not if it doesn't go right. And this is why I'm asking the question. It depends on you guys because you guys are now expecting, like you said, when you had your first season ticket under Poch, it was a totally different expectation. But now it's, let's be honest, the highest bloody price is going.
Where do we go after Ange? That's the thing. Like, what other big name manager is there out there?
When Poch came in, we knew he played good football because we saw it at Southampton. Now we're getting another manager with a good method of playing. His football is very exciting to watch. So I think the fans will give him some leeway. In response to Bobby Kay's question there about
that's a yes for me, by the way, because I want to win a cup.
I would take a trophy. I would take a trophy because trophies, believe it or not, breed a happy club, right? And it gels the players as well, and then you'll attract other players because EFL you get Europa League football as well. Which is a really good thing.
Good point.
So we don't have to finish higher up the league, you see, because we would automatically go into Europa if we win it. So I would take that as my first season, but then after that, I would want us to progress in the league and finish higher.
Well, look at it like this. Look at West Ham, Europa Conference League, right?
I'm jealous of West Ham, so
right, they won it, right? They've got the exact same. So forget where they finished in the league. But they've got the exact same rewards as Liverpool. Who finished 5th. So considering, and that's what we got, and they got a trophy to show it. Liverpool is sitting there, and we've had a bad season, finished 5th. Yeah, but
they've got no trophy in their cabinet, have they?
They've got no trophy in their cabinet. I tell you this: if Liverpool went into the Europa Conference League, their fans would be proud of winning it. They'd want to win it just to have another European trophy. But for Spurs, it was below us. I still
Do you know what the problem is, though? The collateral now is to finish top 4. All these chairmen, they want to get top 4, don't they? If they get 5th or 6th, they're getting Europa. They're not getting Champions League.
Now it's top 5, I heard. It's going to be 5 teams.
Next season it will be.
Yeah, because they're trying to.
I think they're going to do top 5.
But I got a drop.
Yeah.
But
all right, okay. See you soon, yeah.
All right,
lovely.
Yeah.
I'm probably doing another show on Tuesday. So and I'll be in touch because I need you for it. There's something I need to do on it.
Oh, okay. All right,
cool. But later.
Take care, Marlon.
See you later, Ellie.
Man.
Cheers. Bye.
Cheers.
Big up.
And go subscribe to View from the South if you haven't already. Yeah.
They're fantastic, aren't they? Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, so on the topic, should we just invest in youth or experience? Because obviously a lot of people were saying we need to sign young players to have this new rebuild or whatever. Like, what do you see it? Because I'm of the opinion that we need to get like 2 experienced heads in there, and then sprinkle it with like young players.
Yeah, I think the experienced ones need to be at the back. I was thinking that Stefan de Vrij comes on a free. He's 30, I think, now. He's just about to play against Manchester City on Sunday in the Champions League. What better way to get him now? You know, because he's a solid player. You know, he's so experienced. You need an experienced head because we've got Romero who's got a bit of a loose head sometimes and he loses it, right? And he goes into tackles. But that's because he's trying to get us onto the attack. He's trying to win the ball so that we can go forward. But he's just got to time that tackle a little bit better on a few occasions. About 5 or 6 times he did it and he got sent off twice. And he could have really got sent off against when we played Man City, when he took Haaland out.
He was lucky, actually.
Somebody by him. I don't think he needs a Maguire because he's not fast enough. De Vrij is fast. Even at 30, he's fast. And the thing is, he's got the speed of thought in his mind because he's an experienced defender. Like Gary Mabbott, he wasn't fast, but he fought ahead of other players. And
my dad loved him, actually. My dad loves Gary Mabbott. Yeah,
and he wasn't blessed with massive pace, but he had it in his head where to be, where to position himself, how to tackle. You need somebody like that next to Romero.
This is why I'm quite the idea of Otamendi because obviously people talk a lot about partnerships, all right? And at least Romero plays with Otamendi for Argentina, so maybe it might calm him down. That's the only idea.
Who does Otamendi play for now?
I think it's like I think it's a team in Spain, Villarreal or something.
Well, whoever it is. That'll be a very good call, right?
Benfica, yeah.
Yeah, that'll be a very good shout. And Benfica, they're more or less on the level of us in terms of, you know, where we are. Because they don't always win the league, do they? They sometimes...
No.
They dominated before, but now they're not always winning it. So I think we can get that sort of player, you know. Yeah, because I mean,
that's the only idea I thought.
They've got a brilliant understanding. And Otamendi, he's an aggressive player, but he plays on the front foot as well. You know, he's always looking to go forward. So I think we just need one more experienced defender in there. Maybe get Otamendi and de Vrij. You know, I don't know.
Because my thinking was get Otamendi and Laporte. If we could get Laporte, I don't know.
Available as well, but will he come to us?
I'll get those 2 if that was my choice. But
there's shouts that he wants to go back to Spain because he's Spanish, isn't
really?
he?
Oh,
yeah. I just hope. Well, you never know. You know, if we pay good wages to him, he might decide to come to Spurs. You know, let's wait and see who we get. That's the main thing.
So are you saying we do need experience as well? We do need experience as well.
I don't think we should go for young defenders. I think that's where we should get the experience and go for younger midfielders and younger Well, we've got
forward
winners
players
already. We've got Udogie and we've got Porro. I think Porro's only 23, isn't he?
Yeah,
and
yeah.
Udogie's only 20. So that's a very young team. So you need a mixture of experience and youth. Yeah. Plus, Udogie's never played in the Premiership, and Porro's just played 10, 15 games, hasn't he? So yeah, I like Porro though. I like the way he plays. He'll get better as well. And
I'd love to see more of him. I have to admit, yeah.
I like him.
His goal. Who was it? Who were playing against? Scored that goal. Was it the last game?
He scored against Man United, and he scored against Leeds United, didn't he? Away.
Yeah. Was it the United game I'm thinking of when he has a really good goal? Yeah, and Lee's goal was good as well.
Goal he scored against Man United. Yeah. And he scored away as well, didn't he? He scored away at Southampton. That brilliant goal as well. And he set up Harry Kane's goal for Crystal Palace, where Harry Kane.
What was the goal that Kane played that ball?
And
he scored that from the out. He scored the other side. He's hit it the other side. I remember. Was it the Southampton game? Or what game?
Southampton game. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because he had about 2 or 3 shots that went over the bar, way over the bar, and then he probably thought this bloke can't shoot, and he just banged it in the net. He's got a very good shot on him. I like him, and he works hard as well.
But I do agree with Marlon though. I do think we need 2 centre halves, 2 full backs, and a goalkeeper. I think if we're going to invest anywhere, just get those 5 done. And
the goalkeeper especially. And I particularly like David Raya. Or if we don't get him, I like Kelleher at Liverpool.
Yeah. My choice is Martinez, but no one really wants Martinez.
Yeah, there was a big shout for him to come down to us. It's going to piss off Arsenal, isn't it?
It's not just that. Like, say we got Otamendi, right, and we got Martinez.
That's 3 World Cup winners.
And that's 3. The back 3 is like Romero, Otamendi, and Martinez, and they already have a sort of understanding. And the thing that we lack the most is the back line is just not cohesive. They're not there's not chemistry there. Also, we had Jan and Toby were together at Belgium playing in Ajax as well, so they're always a perfect partnership. So
I get you. Yeah. But I think David Raya's got an all-round better play. His kicking is better. He's a very good shot stopper. When we played him at home, Brentford, he done 2 brilliant saves, and he concentrates, and he's a good leader. When I heard him, when I was watching Lloris the last before we went up to Newcastle, he was playing. He got back into the team, and even before then, he wasn't vocal at all.
No,
he wasn't shouting at all, because normally he's quite vocal. Hugo, he just thought, it's my last season, I don't care.
Can't be asked.
It's true. That's how it came across, because he wasn't being vocal like he usually is. But David Raya, he's very vocal, and he tells every player where to be. You go there, you go there. I was listening to him because I was right close to the goal, like about 2 or 3 meters away from him. It's a very good goalie.
When they beat us 3-1, do you mean that game?
Yeah, when they beat us 3-1.
Yeah, that wasn't a game to remember.
I'll tell you a funny story what happened at that game, right? So Mbomo was taking a corner, and this French guy came down, and he was swearing. He was really yelling at him.
What, at Mbomo?
Yeah, he was in French. I didn't know what he was saying, but it wasn't very nice, because you can tell by he was a Spurs supporter, but he was French. And then he goes and bangs 2 goals against us. He probably thought, right, I'm going to get that bloke.
Bobby's asking, where's your kiss?
Where's my...
Yeah, you got it. So I've got the last topic, and it kind of ties into we spoke in Nobene before. Which loan players do you see that can have a resurrection? Apart from take away Doji, I guess maybe. Right. But
you know what? This might be controversial, but Lo Celso could fit that system.
A lot of people are saying that.
Yeah, because he's a very clever player, and he's very good with his feet. He's fast. He moves the ball quickly. And we were playing him out of position for a long time. The only thing I'm worried about him is his attitude. But Ange, Big Ange, he'll get him by the scruff of the neck. If he's not pulling his weight, or if he's doing things that he wants to do, he'll pull him up. Whereas I don't think other managers done that. They gave him a free role, but they were playing him out of position, because when he plays for Argentina, he does a lot better. And I've read so many good things about Lo Celso, and even Messi. He said he's so good to have around. You know, even he didn't make the World Cup because he was injured, but they invited him to the camp. So all these rumours about that he's a bad boy, that he's got an attitude, you know, you don't know for sure. You don't know for sure. You can only go on hearsay.
It's only because what we've been told. Because his attitude thing was like something that was told by like in the media or something. Someone reported that's why he was loaned out apparently.
But no doubt he's a talented player. But he's only scored 3 goals this season, so he hasn't been firing him in. But he hasn't got that many assists either. He only got 2 assists. So
really,
because I looked up his stats. I'm not a big stats person. I'm an eye person.
Yeah.
Right. So because Dembele never used to score, did he?
Oh yeah, but he was still quality. Yeah.
He was quality. Yeah. So you don't always go by stats.
I'm with Bobby for this. I really want Reguilon to come back.
Reguilon, yeah. Oh, that's the next player I was going to mention actually, because Reggie can play that role, because he moves the ball quickly and he's got speed, which I think Ange likes. Even if he's not first choice, he'll be a brilliant player to bring on. And you know what? Slowly, he can resurrect his career back at Spurs, because there were signs there. It's just defensively he gets caught out sometimes. So I think what we'll have to do is rotate Udogie, and because look, at the end of the day, we're only playing 1 game a week.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. Yeah.
So we can experiment and see which are the best combinations. We can take a few risks like that, you know, because it's going to be a miracle if we in the first season that we go higher than what we finished this season, especially if we lose Kane's goals. But like TJ said, I think it'll be that time that we start playing as a unit and as a team and not a one-man team. I don't think we're a one-man team necessarily, but I think we do pamper to Kane. We do, because we always pass it. All the play goes through.
Needs to get to Kane. Yeah, needs to get the ball to Kane. Yeah. It's hard not to give the ball to him, to be honest.
Personally, I don't want to lose him. But if we're going to have a new dawn at Spurs and make a bit of money for ourselves so that we can buy new players, this is the right time to sell him. If we get 100 million, we can invest that into the team.
I think if he doesn't go this season, he either goes on a free or that's it for Kane. Like he'll just stay.
I know. Then what have we gained?
Yeah.
What have we gained? Because I don't think if we win a trophy this year before he goes, it'll be lovely.
Yeah, you know, I'd love to win something. Yeah.
Because there's only 3 trophies we can go for.
Well, two really, but
really, because the league, it's going to be a miracle if we win the league. Bloody hell!
But also, I think now you've got Emery at Villa, you've got De Zerbi at Brighton, and I think Brighton will be even better next season because De Zerbi's got them to Europe. And obviously, you've got Newcastle are going to be. I think Newcastle. I'm very scared of them next season. They're going to be
because they're going to strengthen as well. Yeah. I think they'll get Maddison. You know, I don't think we're getting Maddison.
I think they're going for
Maddison come to us when he's got Champions League football at Newcastle.
Mm-hmm. They are going for someone else. I was reading Szoboszlai or something.
Szoboszlai. But I think they're going to get Maddison as well. I think they're.
But I know people don't like me saying this, but I do think they might go for Kane, Newcastle.
Well, Newcastle, but I don't think Kane will go to Newcastle because they're not quite there yet. If he's going to go anywhere in England, it'll be Man United. I don't think he'll. Do you know what? Chelsea, everybody's saying he might consider it because Poch is there and he loves Poch. But if he goes there, I think the fans, they're going to be up in arms, aren't they?
I didn't bring that up because I saw what's it called in a report from I think it was from Athletic or something. It's saying something that Kane doesn't want to taint his Spurs legacy, so he wouldn't consider Chelsea or something. That's what I was reading. Like he wouldn't go to Chelsea because it would hurt his Spurs legacy. So Like he'll go to Man United, because they're not in London, I guess. Yeah. And he'll go maybe to somewhere else. Like I don't think Newcastle would annoy Spurs fans.
We've sold our 2 best strikers to Man United, and they've gone on to be successful. So I don't blame.
and Sheringham, isn't it?
I don't blame Man United, and also they got Van Persie from Arsenal. Don't forget that. So I personally would prefer him to go to Real Madrid.
I just don't see Kane going abroad. That's the only thing.
Why not? Why wouldn't he go abroad? If you go to Real Madrid, you're guaranteed to win the league, more or less. Yeah. It's not all. I mean, Real Madrid win the league more than Barcelona. Click it off.
Yeah.
Barcelona. Barcelona and Real Madrid, they always win the league. It's Atletico Madrid now and then, every 10 years they'll win the league, or every 6 or 7 years. But it's mainly Real Madrid and Barcelona. So if he's guaranteed 1 trophy there, right, in the 3-4 years that he's got left at the top, and it'll be good for him, because Benzema's gone and he can take his role, and he'll be playing with Vinicius Junior, who's fabulous, and Rodrigo on the other side.
Oh, Vinicius Junior is so good. I love Vinicius Junior. Yeah.
They've got so many good players.
And they've still got Modric and all those players in midfield.
He didn't really play well against Man City. He was very disappointing against Manchester City in that second game. Yeah.
I mean, City destroyed them. Like I kind of thought it would happen though, but
yeah. And Haaland didn't even get a goal, did he? I don't think.
No, he didn't.
No, he didn't score, did he? No.
Was it Grealish? I can't remember. Yeah. But anyway, so we're nearing the end of the stream. Obviously, because we've got a new manager. I mean, I always do this closing thoughts. What's going to happen to Tottenham? That's how I do it at the end. Yes, we've got a new manager. So I don't know what the closing thoughts will be. And like, what do you see for the future of Tottenham? Yeah. Jerry Springer.
What's going to happen to Spurs? Well, we haven't bloody won a trophy for 15 years. I'm getting jitters. I'm shaking every season before the season starts. We need to win a trophy. Like Bobby said, would you take 12th or 16th and an EFL Cup? Yes, I would. Because it creates a vibe around the club when you put a trophy in your cabinet. Look at West Ham, how they're celebrating. It's lifted the whole club, see? So I just want to win a trophy, right? And the FA Cup and the EFL Cup are the most realistic ones. But they're not easy to win, because all the big clubs above, the ones who are winning the league titles and in the Champions League and in the Europa League and even in the Conference League, they're still going to go for these cups. And then you've got the teams like Sheffield United who beat us last season. We get embarrassed. So I want us to go full pelt and try and put all our eggs in one basket and
into
go
one of the trophies. Yeah.
Because
I'm the same, because
might be playing slightly weak teams. They're not going to play a drastically weak team, but we've got an opportunity. Yeah, I just want to win a trophy, man.
But don't you think, I do too, but do you think Levy will still insist he rest players in the cups?
No, because
we've only got European football.
The only way we're going to do that, is if we're challenging for that top 4 spot. And that won't come until, you won't really see that until maybe 10 games to go. Right, and by that time, the cup competitions are along the way. Even the EFL Cup will be played in February. So the last
plenty of time. It's plenty of time.
Yes, plenty of time. Plenty of time. Let's go and win a trophy, for God's sake.
I feel the same way.
Yeah, I want to go down Tottenham High Road and celebrate with my brothers.
Yeah.
Before we all top it.
I mean, I've seen us win 2 trophies. They're both EFL Cups or League Cups, whatever you want to call them. So.
I like the FA Cup more than the EFL Cup.
I know. The last time we won the FA Cup, I wasn't even born. It was like the year before I was born. So 1992.
I know.
91. Yeah.
I know. I was 28 in 1991, and I went with all my brothers again, apart from one who couldn't go because he was ill. And it was brilliant. That was the Gaza
Was that
final,
Forest?
wasn't
Was
it?
that Forest?
Yeah, it's against Forest.
Yeah.
And you know, Des Walco scored the goal. He's a big Spurs supporter. He scored the goal, the own goal.
Oh, for Spurs to win it.
Des Walker.
Yeah.
Yeah, because Brian Clough was their manager, and I thought, you know what? I thought we were going to lose that game. I really did. I thought we were going to lose because they had Roy Keane as well. They had a decent team, Nottingham Forest. They had Stuart Pearce, Roy
Keane at Forest? Was Roy Keane at Forest?
He played against us. If you watch that game, right, there's a bit in it where Steve Sedgley goes into Roy Keane, and Roy Keane calls him something really bad, and they It wasn't a good final though. It wasn't an exciting final. It was a bit of a drab match, really. But we won. That's the main thing. Yeah.
So where can we find before I end the stream? Where can we find you? Is it Queen of the Spurs Ladies channel?
PHFC Till I Die, and I've got my own ladies show that I started up this week. I started on I can't even remember what day I did it. Tuesday, I think. Anyway, it doesn't matter what day, but it's called Ellie Ladies Breakfast Show. And I did a season review, right? And I've got quite a lot of comments, which I'm really happy about. You know, when people comment after the show?
Yeah.
And David Clark done me a really long one, so I had to respond to it as well. But he's very good. He loves ladies football. And there are lots of fans out there like Rob Belcher and Wayne Bonner, David Clark. Lots of people follow the ladies' game in the community, so I've got a lot of followings. So I've got over, I think, 350 views so far, and nearly 40 likes. So doing well, you know, for my first show. But THFC Till I Die, we're doing the daily news beat shows now, and it's going to be two of us rotating. So you know, we're bringing you all the latest news from Spurs and all the breaking news as well. So it's working well. We're getting lots
whilst I'm
more
stuck at work.
Yeah.
So
and I'm going to help you grow your channel as well, Hasper, because on Twitter you're massive, aren't you?
Yeah. It's just always getting to that, you know, level in it.
Do you do podcasts on Twitter as well?
Podcasts?
Do you do podcasts?
What do you mean?
You know, where there's lots of Tottenham fans, they do podcasts on Twitter.
Oh, Spaces.
Yeah, that's it, Spaces.
Oh, no, I haven't done. I used to, you know, when Spaces first started, do you know Steve Singh? Do you know who that is? Do you know who I'm talking about? Steve Singh?
Yeah, I've heard of him, yeah.
Yeah, so me and him used to be the OG, before Spaces were like a big thing. So, you know, during the Nuno summer, me and Steve used to host, and when talking, there was only like 5 or 6 people in these spaces. We used to host them, and we used to go on and talk for 4 or 5 hours about Tottenham. I'm not joking. I'd be talking to him from like 9 o'clock till like 5 in the morning or something about Tottenham. Yeah. And it was like, it would have like a few guests come on, but that was before Spaces was like a massive thing. I don't know how it blew up, but we were doing like, if you ask anyone, me and him were like the OG Spaces people, because he used to host it, and I used to be like a main guest or something, I don't know. And we used to speak because obviously we didn't have a manager, and every one night it would be like a different manager. And we would talk about like, because I did so much, I think I got tired myself out of it, because now when I see them, I'm just like, I know if I go on one, I'll be on till like 5 in the morning.
You can join which ones you want, and you can stay as long as you want. You can easily come out. There's no problem now.
But now it's like waiting to speak, and before, because it was smaller, we could just, you know, it was so much easier.
I know what you mean. But what you can do, you can just invite certain people to your stream, to your space, right? Yeah. So then you can keep it to that small amount if you want. They've got this feature where you just invite people, and only those people can come in. Yeah, you can block the other people from coming in.
I remember a funny story. So when we talk about managers, one of my friends, United fan, joined one of the shows once. He was driving, and it was really funny. And because he was on the way to my flat with like one of my other friends. And we were talking about like Tottenham and stuff. It was really funny. I just remember him like cutting in and out. And Steve was like, "What's going on?" And I'm just like, "Oh no, he's just on the way to my flat." Because I was on the space with him and I left and afterwards, obviously when he came around. So we used to be on it. I'm talking, not joking, Eddie, for hours and hours and hours. This is back in like 2021. Yeah,
it's so easy because you just start talking about Spurs. And you can go for hours and hours and hours and hours, and you don't even realise how many hours. But the first one I did was last week, and Jose Garcia from our THFC Till I Die. I saw him on Twitter, and I was messaging him, and I sent him a promo, and he became a subscriber. And I was talking to him for well over 2 hours. And he's a very intelligent. He's a very intelligent guy. He knows a lot about football. You know, and it's not just British football he knows about. He knows about lots of different things from other countries. But he's very intelligent, and he's got really good thoughts on how Spurs should go as well. And I was just chatting to him, and loads of people were listening. The ones I invited were listening. I had about 40 people that I invited because I wanted to keep it quite intimate. I didn't want hundreds and hundreds coming in. You know,
I know. I've been on ones with
one
like.
I'm going to do. I'm just going to do a free flow one. You know, anybody can come in.
Yeah, that those nowadays spaces just gets nuts. So
it does.
Yeah.
But I think the best one that I've been on that I like is Johnny Ham's one.
Yeah, I love Johnny's ones. Yeah.
He's very good, and he was on the other day with me. I was on Alan Clark's show with him.
Yeah,
and
I know.
Billy McGuire was there as well. Yeah, they're good Spurs fans. They know their stuff. Yeah.
So anyway, before we leave, I'm going to say leave you out, but come on, you Spurs.
Come on, you Spurs. Come on. That's it.